This one's not going to be easy. I want to talk about something that's really important, and a lot of you guys have experienced yourself. I want to talk about the fact that lots of our mates are dying way too young and way too soon. Just a few days ago, I received some really horrible news that a friend from my schooling days had died. And the news came as a massive shock. He's the same age as me, obviously, not quite 50. And I received this message to say that he'd passed away. And instantly I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And my first words that I said as I looked at my wife was just repeatedly, I just kept on saying, no, this can't be true. But it was true. And as I said, I started to feel like I was in a state of shock receiving that news. That this friend that I had grown up and gone to school with and spent most of my younger years playing team sport with had actually died. And I just sat down on the end of my bed and cried, because I understood and knew some of the details of how he lived in the last several years of his life and how he died. And I just was overcome with sadness that he had died so young, and overcome with sadness about the nature of how he died. And what I mean by that is not the cause of his death, but the fact that I knew and I know that he died alone. He died without his parents and his family around him. Died without his wife with him. And he died alone and lonely. And I sent a message to someone in the days after that saying that I will never not be sad when I think about the fact that although we tried to reconnect in recent years, we never quite managed reconnection. You see, after our schooling days, we kind of went our separate ways a little bit, and before you know it, decades go by and you no longer have that same connection, despite this person and his family being a very important person in my upbringing. And I just felt so heavy and so sad that despite the fact that in recent months I had tried to reach out to him because I knew that he was struggling, and I heard that he was struggling and really suffering on the inside, as many men sadly are. I knew that that was the case, and I tried to reach out to him and very sadly never received a reply. And I think I'll always regret losing the connection of that friendship, because maybe if I didn't, maybe I could have been there towards the end to say something or do something about his pain and loneliness. And now I'll never get that chance. 49 is too young, and any age is too young for someone to die in a state of loneliness. And it's going to take a while to process the sadness that myself and many others feel about the fact that this friend is now gone forever. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about it to you guys, that too many of us are having this experience that our mates are dying too soon. Maybe because of health issues, maybe because they tragically take their own life, but there's so much pain and so much loneliness going on in the hearts of men, married men, single men, men who are fathers, men who are not fathers. And it seems to me that we're not doing enough. And so I'm not even sure as I chat to you what the exact purpose of this video is, except to say that I understand what it's like for so many people, so many guys that I'm talking to who are sharing stories about how their mates or their brothers or their colleagues, people that they've known for such a long time, are dying too soon and very often in pain on the inside. And we need to do more. And maybe you've thought to yourself that reaching out with a simple message of "How you going, mate?" or just thought of you today and wanted to check that everything's all right. Maybe you think that doesn't mean a whole lot, but I think if we actually took a moment to realise that for some of our mates who are struggling, that simple message might make a difference. It might not, but it might. And maybe as I'm sharing like this, maybe you've got your own stories of friends that have since gone, died too soon, and you're living with the same regret that I am. I can't change it. I don't have control over time, but I regret losing that friendship, and I regret not being able to reconnect it in time to maybe do something about the friend that I'm thinking of these past few days. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to make sure that I try to stay close to friends and brothers, cousins, mates who have become like family. The burden of regret is a heavy one to carry, but far worse than the burden I'm carrying is knowing how that friend's story ended over the past few years. Life's pretty short, everyone. So I'm not here to tell everyone what to do. I'm not here to be the expert on things. I'm just on the journey the same as you are, but maybe I can be that prompt that helps a few of us to get over the line of reaching out, talking to our mates, checking if they're okay, asking those questions because they drop into our heads or their journey is on our heart. I'm encouraging all of us, including me, take the time, send the text, make the phone call, catch up with that friend, because we never really know what kind of difference it can make. And who knows, if we do it, we might just stop one or two more guys from going young. We might be able to save a few more mates dying too soon.